Timeless wealth secrets. Principles that never fade. Imagine standing beneath the ancient, whispering branches of an oak tree, its roots delving deep into the rich, dark earth, its leaves evergreen through every season of sun, rain, and storm. Has to be rich invites you to uncover wealth secrets as enduring as nature itself. Principles that have weathered the centuries like the sturdy trunks of a forest. This isn't a fleeting trend or a passing fad that fades with the morning mist. It's a profound journey into the timeless truths that have built fortunes across millennia. Discipline that carves unshakable paths through the wilderness of want. Patience that reaps bountiful harvests after years of quiet tending. Value that attracts abundance like bees to honey. And knowledge that unlocks doors to treasures hidden in plain sight. Picture the great pyramids of Egypt, constructed with the discipline of thousands of laborers working in harmony, or the Silk Roads of China, where patience turned trade into sprawling empires that shaped the world. These are the echoes of wealth that still resonate today. Lessons carved in stone and silk. Whether you're planting the first fragile seed of your financial garden with trembling hands or tending a thriving orchard of riches with the confidence of a seasoned gardener, these eternal truths are your soil, your sunlight, your water. Guiding you to prosperity that withstands the fiercest storms of time. A legacy that outlasts generations and stands as a beacon for those who follow. I've felt the power of these principles myself, growing my journey from the barren ground of nothing, where every penny was a hard-fought battle, a skirmish against scarcity, to a sturdy, unshakable $10,000 foundation that stands as my monument to persistence, a fortress built brick by brick. I've watched friends transform a fragile $100, a whisper of hope, into a flourishing $2,500 empire with the same steadfast approach. Their stories' roots that deepen my faith in these enduring ways. Close your eyes, feel the wisdom of ages flowing through your veins like sap through a tree. Hear the whispers of history urging you forward, philosophers, traders, builders, all calling you to rise. Let's explore these unfading secrets together, because the wealth you build today, with every disciplined step, every patient wait, every valuable act, and every learned lesson, can stand as a monument for generations. A testament rooted in principles that never fade. A fortune that grows stronger with time. A legacy etched in the annals of your life. Let's root ourselves in a truth as old as the hills. A wisdom carved into the bones of history. Wealth is not a sprint chased by the impatient, a fleeting dash for gold that burns out quick, but a marathon run by those who embrace timeless principles that endure beyond the whims of trends and the chaos of markets. I've grown my own journey from the barren, cracked soil of nothing, where every cent was a battle won with sweat and resolve, to a sturdy, unshakable $10,000 foundation by living these truths with every breath, every decision. I've seen friends transform a fragile $100, a seed planted in doubt, into a flourishing $2,500 empire with the same steadfast, unshakable approach, their success a testament to the power of what lasts. This isn't a quick fix, a magic pill swallowed in haste. It's the wisdom I've distilled from years of trial, error, and triumph. Lessons learned from the rise and fall of empires, the rise and fall of my own fortunes. And now it's your turn to plant these seeds, to nurture them with care, to watch them grow into a forest of wealth. Get ready to dig into secrets that have stood the test of time, through wars, recessions, and revolutions. Because every principle you master today is a root that anchors your fortune for life. A foundation that holds firm when the winds of change howl loudest. Let's begin this eternal journey together, with hearts open and hands ready, because the riches you seek are not just for today, they're for always. Principle 1. Discipline, the foundation of fortune. The first timeless secret, as solid as the bedrock of the earth, is discipline, the unyielding foundation that turns fleeting dreams into gleaming gold. A principle that has anchored wealth since the dawn of civilization with the strength of a mountain. It's the daily habit of saving even when temptation calls with siren songs, the refusal to spend impulsively on fleeting pleasures that vanish like smoke, the unwavering commitment to a plan that guides you through the chaos of desire and the storms of need. In ancient Rome, Marcus Licinius Crassus, one of the richest men of his era, amassed his legendary fortune by enforcing strict financial discipline. saving 10% of every profit from his real estate ventures and slave trades to reinvest in grander projects, temples, bridges, and lands that multiplied his wealth beyond imagination. In medieval Europe, monastic orders grew rich by living with disciplined frugality, pooling their resources with monastic precision to fund the construction of cathedrals like Notre Dame, structures that still stand as monuments to their restraint. In Japan, samurai maintained discipline in their finances, saving portions of their stipends to ensure stability, a practice that sustained their households through wars. I began my own journey with this principle, starting with a modest $5 daily savings tucked away in a jar hidden from my own impulses, growing it to $1,800 yearly through sheer willpower and the quiet pride of consistency, a habit that laid the unshakable base of my $10,000 foundation. A friend, inspired by this, cut luxury buys, designer clothes that faded, dining out that left only memories, saving $200 monthly to reach a proud $1,000 cushion. Their discipline a shield against the arrows of waste and a sword against financial ruin. The power of discipline lies in its repetition, its quiet, relentless strength. Like water wearing down stone. Set a budget with the resolve of a general. Track every expense with the precision of an accountant. Say no to impulse with the firmness of a gatekeeper, and watch your wealth rise like a tower built to last. Your task. Set a daily saving goal that challenges your resolve, $5 or 1% of your income, whatever stretches your spirit. And stick to it for 30 days. Tracking every deposit in a notebook or app with the dedication of a scribe. Celebrating each milestone with the joy of a conqueror. Discipline is your bedrock, the stone that anchors your fortune against the tides of temptation. Lay it strong, build upon it with every day's effort, and let it carry you to heights unimagined, a fortress of wealth that stands through the ages. ## Principle 2. Patience, the harvest of time. The second eternal truth, as patient as the turning of the seasons, is patience, the quiet strength that reaps rewards over time, a virtue that has grown wealth from the seeds of waiting since the first farmer tilled the soil. It's the willingness to let investments mature like fine wine in a cellar, the resolve to hold steady when markets tremble like leaves in a storm, the faith that time turns effort into abundance beyond measure. Think of the medieval bankers of Florence, like the Medici family, who waited years for loans to mature, building banking empires that financed the art of Michelangelo and the wars of kings. Their patience a golden thread woven through history. In ancient China, silk traders endured long caravans across scorching deserts and treacherous mountains, waiting months for profits that built the Silk Road's wealth, a testament to endurance that shaped global trade. In feudal Japan, samurai waited decades for land grants, their patience a foundation for family prosperity. I began with this principle, investing $100 in a stock during a market dip, waiting 2 years through ups and downs, through sleepless nights and hopeful dawns, to see it grow to $300, a lesson in trusting the process over the panic of the moment. A coworker held a small property through a market slump, gaining $1,000 after 3 years when values soared, their patience a quiet victory over the haste that ruins many. The magic of patience lies in its compound effect. Small actions, repeated with faith, explode into riches like a field of wheat at harvest. Choose assets with growth potential. Resist the urge to sell early with the strength of a stoic, and let time do its silent, powerful work. Your task. Pick one investment, a stock, mutual fund, or savings plan, with the care of a vintner. Commit to a 6-month hold with the resolve of a gardener. Review your progress monthly with the curiosity of a scholar. And note every gain with the pride of a reaper. Patience is your harvest, a crop that ripens with time, a bounty that rewards the steady. Cultivate it with faith, tend it with care, and reap the abundance that only waiting can bring, a wealth that grows richer with every passing year. ## Principle 3. Value, the magnet of wealth. The third enduring principle, as attractive as a beacon shining through the fog, is value, the magnetic force that draws money to those who create it, a truth that has enriched artisans and innovators since the first tool was forged by human hands. It's the skill that solves pressing problems, the product that delights with beauty or utility, The service that transforms lives with care, pulling wealth like iron filings to a lodestone with irresistible pull. In the Renaissance, craftsmen like Leonardo da Vinci thrived by creating unique goods, masterful paintings, ingenious inventions that commanded prices beyond gold, their value a legacy that endures in galleries and history books. In colonial America, blacksmiths built fortunes by crafting sturdy tools that farmers depended on, their work a magnet for trade that sustained communities. In Victorian England, inventors like Brunel created value with railways, drawing wealth from a nation on the move. I offered consulting on budgeting to small businesses, earning $300 per client by solving their financial chaos with tailored plans, a value that clients sought out with gratitude. A friend sold handmade jewelry at local markets, gaining $400 by crafting pieces that told stories of heritage, their value a draw for buyers who returned again and again. The secret of value lies in solving needs with excellence. Identify a gap in your community or online. Hone a skill with the dedication of a master. Deliver your work with the pride of a creator. And watch money flow like a river to your door. Your task. Identify one skill you possess. Writing compelling stories, cooking nourishing meals, teaching a language. Offer it free once to test its worth with a friend or neighbor. Then set a small fee like $10 and market it today, starting with a post on social media or a local board. Value is your magnet, a force that pulls riches to you with every act of service. Create it with passion, offer it with pride, and let it build your fortune into a tower of abundance. ## Principle 4. Knowledge. The key to riches. The fourth timeless secret, as illuminating as the first spark of fire in a darkened cave, is knowledge. The key that unlocks every door to wealth. A principle that has guided the wise since the days of scrolls and sages with the light of understanding. It's the learning that sharpens your decisions like a blade, the understanding that spots opportunities hidden in plain sight, the wisdom that turns raw ideas into polished gold. Scholars like Aristotle valued learning to advise kings, their knowledge a treasure that shaped the politics of Greece, while medieval monks copied texts in candlelit scriptoria, preserving wealth-building ideas that fueled the Renaissance. In ancient India, scholars of the Vedas used knowledge to guide trade, their wisdom a key to prosperity. I read finance books like Rich Dad Poor Dad and The Millionaire Next Door, boosting my income by $500 through smarter investments and side hustles, a light that guided my path through the maze of money. A friend learned coding on free platforms like FreeCodeCamp, earning $600 by freelancing for tech startups, their knowledge a key that opened new doors to opportunity. The power of knowledge lies in its growth. Study daily with the hunger of a student. Seek mentors with the humility of a disciple. Apply lessons with the boldness of a pioneer. And watch wealth unlock like a chest of treasures. Your task. Spend 1 hour weekly learning. Start with a book on investing, a podcast on skills, or a course on Coursera. Take detailed notes with the care of a historian, and apply one idea today, like setting a budget or researching a stock. Knowledge is your key, a tool that opens the riches of the world. Unlock it with curiosity, turn it with action, and step into a realm of abundance that grows with every lesson learned. ## Grow your timeless journey. These principles. Discipline carving your path with steady hands. Patience reaping your harvest with quiet strength. Value drawing your gold with magnetic pull. Knowledge unlocking your doors with brilliant light. Build your eternal wealth. A garden that blooms through every season. A forest that thrives through every storm. I rose from the dust of zero to a triumphant $10,000 milestone by rooting myself in these truths. Each principle a brick in my enduring success, a testament to the power of what lasts. A friend climbed to $5,000 with the same focus, their journey a living proof that timeless action outshines fleeting trends, their wealth a grove that grows with each passing year. Start now without delay, without doubt. Save daily with the discipline of a monk. Invest long-term with the patience of a sage. Offer value with the skill of an artisan. Learn weekly with the mind of a scholar. Plant these seeds today with the faith of a farmer. Share your commitment below with a voice that echoes through time, a declaration that resounds in the halls of history. I'm growing timeless wealth with has to be rich, Or, my fortune takes root in eternal principles, and I will rise. Let's thrive together. A community cultivating riches that stand forever. A united front building a legacy that endures. ## tools for eternity. Equip yourself with an arsenal of tools to nurture your eternal growth. Instruments that strengthen your roots and stretch your branches. Budgeting apps like YNAB for the discipline of a general, investment trackers like Personal Capital for the patience of a vintner, skill platforms like Udemy for the value of a craftsman, and learning sites like Khan Academy for the knowledge of a sage. I used YNAB to master my budget with surgical precision, saving $600 by cutting waste and reallocating funds with the strategy of a commander. A friend took Coursera courses on digital marketing, earning $400 by upskilling for a new job, their tool a bridge to opportunity that spanned their old limits. Another used Personal Capital to track investments, gaining $300 by spotting trends early, their patience rewarded. Your task: pick one tool that resonates with your chosen principle. YNAB for savings discipline, Personal Capital for investment patience, Udemy for skill-based value, Khan for learning knowledge. Spend 30 focused minutes setting it up with tutorials or support, exploring its features with the curiosity of an explorer, and use it today with your first entry, lesson, or trade. Tools are your roots that anchor, your branches that reach, your leaves that gather. Equip yourself with their power, nurture your growth with their aid, and watch your wealth flourish like an evergreen forest. ## Stay evergreen. Tend your principles monthly with the care of a dedicated gardener, pruning and watering with the love of a steward. Review your discipline with a critical eye. Adjust your patience with a steady hand. Refine your value with a creative mind. Deepen your knowledge with an open heart. I assessed my budget monthly, adding $300 by reallocating funds with newfound insight gained from reflection, a practice that kept my foundation firm. A coworker grew their investments with monthly tweaks, gaining $500 by adjusting their strategy with wisdom learned from books, their patience a river that carved new channels. Another friend refined their value offering, earning $400 by adding a new service based on client feedback, their growth a testament to adaptation. Your task: set a monthly review day, perhaps the first Sunday of each month, a sacred time for your wealth. Spend 15 minutes reflecting on your progress. Set a reminder on your phone with the diligence of a monk, and start this month with a check-in, noting successes and setting goals. Consistency keeps you evergreen, a cycle that sustains your wealth through seasons of plenty and want. Nurture it with dedication, protect it with care, and let it grow into a legacy that never fades. ## Your wealth stands forever. Close your eyes and picture your fortune as a mighty oak standing tall against the horizon. Discipline steadying its trunk with the strength of stone. Patience stretching its branches wide with the grace of time. Value attracting its fruit with the sweetness of abundance. Knowledge guiding its growth through every season with the light of wisdom. I hit the triumphant milestone of $10,000 by living these principles with every fiber of my being. Each one a ring in my tree of success, a chronicle of resilience and growth. A friend reached $5,000, their wealth a sturdy grove rooted in eternal wisdom, a forest that thrives with every lesson applied. Take one decisive step now. Save $5 with the discipline of a warrior, invest $10 with the patience of a philosopher. Offer a skill for value with the pride of an artist. Learn one lesson for knowledge with the hunger of a student. Do it today with the resolve of a steward tending a sacred trust. Declare your rise below with a shout that resonates through time, a proclamation that echoes in the halls of eternity. My timeless wealth rises with has to be rich, or I'm building a fortune that lasts forever, rooted in wisdom. Let's build eternally together. A forest of prosperity that shades generations. A united community raising a canopy of riches that never fades. If this wisdom has planted seeds of inspiration in your soul, stirring the depths of your ambition, like the video to water them with your support. Subscribe for more timeless truths to nurture your growth through every season. And hit the bell to stay connected to this enduring, transformative journey. Explore 5 side hustles to boost income, below to add branches to your tree of wealth, expanding your reach. Asterisk disclaimer. This is for inspiration only, not financial advice. Results vary. Consult a professional before making decisions. This has to be rich, and together, let's grow wealth that never fades, a legacy that stands as tall as the oaks of old, a fortune carved from the eternal principles that guide us all.